This afternoon with developing news from Woodford County. One man sentenced for killing a 6-year-old boy and gravely injuring his family nearly 10 years ago has just been released from prison.
In the early hours of a cold December night in Kentucky, the Tipton family was fast asleep, unaware that a nightmare was about to unfold inside their home. A stranger broke in, armed with a knife, and within minutes, a young boy's life was stolen in the most horrific way imaginable. This is the story of 6-year-old Logan Tipton, a boy who never woke up from his bed, and the shocking twist that would leave his family fighting for justice long after his death. It was December 2015. The Tipton family was sleeping peacefully when a man named Ronald Exantus broke into their home in Kentucky. He quietly walked through the house until he reached Logan's bedroom. What happened next is almost too horrifying to describe. Exantus stabbed little Logan repeatedly in the head as he lay sleeping. The attack was so sudden, so brutal, that Logan never had a chance to cry out for help. The horror didn't end there. Exantus also attacked other members of the family, including Logan's sister, who witnessed the unimaginable, the murder of her own brother before her eyes.
I didn't know that he was right above me, but he stabbed me in my back. Then I got stomped on my head and I couldn't hear it of this ear. I remember waking up across the room, not where I was at, and I looked and he was killing Logan. And Logan was screaming for us.
After his arrest, Exantus faced trial for murder. But in 2018, a jury delivered a verdict that would shock and outrage the community. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity, meaning he would not serve a traditional prison sentence for Logan's murder. Instead, Exantus was sentenced to 20 years for assaulting the rest of the family, a sentence far less severe than what most expected for such a horrific crime. For Logan's parents, the verdict felt like a betrayal. Their 6-year-old son had been murdered in his bed, and yet the man responsible wasn't being held fully accountable. Then in October 2025, their pain deepened once again. After serving just 8 years, Ronald Exantus was released on parole. Logan's father, filled with anger and grief, spoke out publicly saying, "If I ever cross paths with him, I will kill the man where he stands." Logan's mother, Heather Tipton, also voiced her outrage, saying, "It's infuriating that a 6-year-old was killed sleeping in his bed, and someone literally didn't even do the time for that."
I laid in bed. I gave up. I gave up on life. I gave up on my family. I gave up on everybody. I just wanted to die. I've had my talks with God, because I'm not afraid to tell you all. I told the court, if I ever cross paths with him, I will kill the man. I will kill him where he stands.
It's infuriating that a 6-year-old was killed sleeping in his bed, and someone literally only did 10 years in prison, and he didn't even do the time for that. He did time for assault charges. It's just infuriating.
How does a system meant to deliver justice allow a child's murderer to walk free after just 8 years? How can a family ever heal when the person responsible for their pain is outliving his life? For the Tiptons, these questions remain unanswered. What they do know is that their fight for Logan's memory and for a justice system that truly protects the innocent is far from over. Logan Tipton's story is a heartbreaking reminder that justice isn't always guaranteed, and that sometimes the ones left behind must become the voice for those who can no longer speak. If this story moved you, share it. Let Logan's name be heard, and most importantly, let this case spark a conversation about how our justice system treats the victims, especially the smallest and most vulnerable among us.